What's up, Steeler Nation? It is victory for our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers in a heartbreaker, or not a heartbreaker, but a heart attack game. So in this game, Russell Wilson 205 yards on 23 for completions on 36 attempts, 205 yards, 0 touchdowns, an interception. I believe that's a play that really shouldn't have been forced. You had Washington right there. You can't do that. And he's a veteran, so I have to call him out for that one. Like that's a play that you have to you have to be smart about. Darnell's right there. He's 6'7", 6'8" on a good day. You can't force stuff like that. You can't. And it led to an interception. But besides that, Najee Harris, 63 rushing yards, or 18 attempts, 63 rushing yards. 13 was as long as 3 yards per carry, or 3.5 yards, however you want to pronounce it. It's all up to you guys. Jaylen Warren had 9 rushes for 41 yards. 9 was his longest. So yeah, Justin Fields 2 attempts. Yeah, we got to see a little bit of Justin Fields package today. 2 attempts, 17 yards. In receiving, Najee Harris, 4 receptions, 30 yards. He averaged 7 yards per reception. Or I'll just say average 7 yards in the receiving game. Pat Freiermuth, 2 receptions, 14 yards. 7 yards was his longest, or is what he averaged, literally 7 yards on the spot. 9 yards was his longest play, was a 9-yard reception. George Pickens, 8 receptions, 89 yards. His longest was 37. I'm going to say that's 11 yards per reception. Yeah, 11. Averaged 11 yards. After the catch, he was getting 11 yards and stuff. Darnell Washington, 2 receptions, 42 yards. 25 yards was his longest. He averaged 21. Defense, Patrick Queen, in his first game back. I'm sure this will hit a lot of those critics on him, how he played in this game. 10 tackles. One forced fumble. And that one was recovered by him. I don't know why they don't put FR on here for fumble recovery on this type of stuff. It's stupid. Cameron Hayward had 4 tackles. Larry Ogunjobi, 5 tackles. TJ Watt, 3 tackles with a sack. No surprise here. 2 tackles for DeMonte Casey. Go down here. Peyton Wilson. He had a hell of a freaking catch. And it's one of those things where you a heck of an interception. It may not show in game, but Peyton Wilson snatched that ball from, was it Zay Flowers, I'm going to say? I think it was Zay Flowers. I might be wrong. But yeah, it was Zay Flowers. Now that I think about it, it was Zay Flowers. I mean, that right there, I can say, play the second best play of the game for the Steelers. But good for the rookie. I'm excited to see what he does in his NFL career. I hope he pans out because, man, if he does, he is going to be an animal for the Steelers for years to come. Let's see here. Keanu Benton with 3 tackles in the game. He went down with a little bit with an injury. Nick Herbig, 2 tackles and a forced fumble. Don't know why they don't have it on the stat sheet. And 7 tackles, or 4 tackles for Benny Bishop, 7 tackles for Minka. Minka had an off day, man. Minka had a very bad game. Yeah, he had 7 tackles, but you gotta be better. We know he can be better, but he just got outplayed by Mark Andrews. 6 attempts by Chris Boswell. All of them were good. He was 6 for 6. His longest was 57 yards. And I'll even throw in Corliss Waitman. He had a 71-yard punt. He has just been a big surprise for me, man. He's been a huge surprise. Wow. But yeah, it was a very physical game on defense for both sides. Roquan Smith left with an injury. I don't know exactly what he got injured with. I think it was a limp. Prayers out to him with the recovery. I'm sure he'll be back the next game. So, yeah, it was up and down, man. It was a very up and down game, but I've come to expect that from the Steelers. So, yeah. Just an all-around heart attack of a game as usual when you see this, but I'll take the W. We are first. We are 8-2. We are 8-2, man, and sitting first. Right there it is. Wow. Wow, man, just... But yeah, a great win, man. There's nothing else I can really say in this take. but we end up getting the win 18-16. Yeah, here we go, Steelers. A victory, as always. It is never pretty. It is never pretty to end these type of games. It's never pretty at all. Um, yeah, but we're sitting here. We beat the Ravens, who are sitting second at 7-4. So yeah, it's it was very adrenaline rushed, very, very, very much a stroke game and a heart attack game, as always. But I'll say this: I give it to the Ravens. I give it to Ravens fans. You have nothing to be disappointed in this game about. This was a good game. We'll see you. You guys will see us. I believe is week 16, and it will be in Baltimore. So you guys have a chance to get a revenge game there. I still, in a way, well, I don't know. I'm gonna say it'll be a similar game. It's going to come down to the wire of who will finish the most or be the most productive on offense. Or it could be another defensive game. But yeah, man, shouts out to Patrick Queen, Peyton Wilson, especially, on that amazing play. Congratulations to them. Just an all-around fun game, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, I would, but, when your adrenaline's pumping, I mean, like Mike Tomlin says, what do you expect when it's the Steelers versus Ravens? And hopefully, you never know, by the season's end, we could possibly see a playoff game versus each other. It had been a long time since then, but you never know. I'm not saying that yet, but what a game. Again, GG's to Ravens fans and this Ravens team. We beat John Harbaugh, and we beat his brother Jim. So, yeah, that's always a good feeling. I'm more excited about what's going to happen next. How far can this team go? This is the stretch of games that is going to really tell the whole story of the 2024 Pittsburgh Steelers. How will they do? What will their record be? I need to see more, though. I need to see way more and more convincing fashions in these games. Like how we did here, we were able to get the win, but we can't just solely rely on Boswell to do everything, which he did in this game. Offense has to get going. So, yeah. I'm taking this W. I'm fucking hyped that we beat the Ratbirds. So, hopefully we can sweep them come week 16, but I'm looking ahead to the next game, which is on a Thursday. Thursday night football. Bit of a short week for the Steelers. Hoping we can go in there and beat the Browns. This is one of those where you kind of look at it as a trap game, which the Browns are 2-8, so this is most definitely a trap game. Again, I do believe we will go in and beat them. The Browns are the Browns. They're going to do what they do. They They lose Deshaun Watson, which of course you see the dilemma of him getting booed, which I did not support. It sucks. I don't support him as a human being on his past problems. But I want. This is normally like karma, I guess, if you want to call it that, for the Browns organization. Is even if you chant for somebody's downfall like this, it can only end worse. I always say do not mess with God's feelings, because He can switch around and be like, this can get ugly, and He can take that good fortune for them away real quick, because He is a vengeful God. But do not play with His feelings, because that right there, what they did was playing with His feelings. Whether His past, what have you, you still do not do what you did and chant for an injury. I don't support that. The fans who did do that, it's a shame that they are in that mindset. But you're still stuck with him for however long. So enjoy that, because you got exactly what you wanted out of it. Or you didn't get exactly what you wanted out of it. What you thought you were going to get was old Deshaun Watson from his Texans years. Didn't end up that way. And now you got Jameis Winston. And whoever else, who started in this game for them? I'm interested to know now. In this game, it was Dorian Thompson-Robinson. He had 0 yards. Or no, it was Jameis Winston. He had 395 yards, and they still got their asses kicked. 395 yards. Jerry Jeudy had a game. 395 yards, and they still fucking found a way to lose. Yeah, but in a way, this is, karma hits you, and karma's a bitch. Everybody should know who karma is. Karma is an absolute bitch. Don't go down that road where karma will hit you in the worst spot. Because after what happened with Deshaun Watson and him getting injured and them sitting there cheering, you don't deserve to have a good season. The ones who didn't cheer for his downfall, I give you a clap. But the ones who cheer for his downfall, I'm not defending him based off of his past. I'm defending him off of, them cheering for his injury. Because honestly, after Deshaun Watson, who the hell is going to want to play for the Browns? You got Jerry Jeudy, which is your number one receiver. That's who your number one receiver is. I seriously do not fear Jerry Jeudy at all when we face them. I don't even fear this fucking Browns team. But yeah, again, I didn't mean to ramble on. This game was a super, super, super stressful game, but I wouldn't take it any other way. Here we go, Steelers. Y'all have a very blessed day. Go forth with your day, cherishing your loved ones, and enjoy the blessings that God has given you with another day on earth. And yeah, leave a like on the video, subscribe. I want to see this video, in all honesty, get 10 likes. If you guys can do that, I'll up the challenge for you guys.